Here with Hishaam Mayet ahead of what's to be a nice one, Leo Carreri's debut, right?
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be. I'm really excited. It's been a long time coming. I think we also be coming off two big wins for Boyd and Luke,
Yep.
and I think this to make it a third, God willing, inshallah, will be a nice start to the year.
Just before your interview, I did an interview with Koba as well. You've added him to your team. Or how did that come about?
100%. So he's kind of, I'd say he's helping me with Leo. He's definitely he's not a second. He's like a co-in charge. I've known Koba for a while. He's a member of the community, but he's also a former Georgian national boxing champion. He's an extremely decorated amateur and got a lot of experience under him, both in life and in boxing, and I think he can only add value to the team. And I think I'd like this to be like call it a demonstration of collaboration, bro. I think far too many people in this game are really consistently trying to keep shit like to themselves and not be selfish, but really trying to hog spotlight, especially as coaches, when I think we should be working together.
100%.
And I'd like to be a pioneer in that sense, where adding people to the team can do nothing but help.
You mentioned Soviet style, which he's going to bring to the table. Well, what's your thoughts on that?
I love it. I think it's super dynamic. It's something that I think is currently on the up. I mean, you look at Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev, they're two completely different style fighters. They both come from the same region, obviously.
Yeah.
But two different styles, but both very Soviet-esque. One like a hard-hitting Soviet come-forward fighter, and another one like a sleek, in and out Olympic style boxer, and I think Koba brings both to the table, bro. He has experience doing a lot. He does, and he's still an active guy. He helps Boyd sparring. He's been doing call it technical rounds with Leo. I don't know if Leo knows too much about technical, but he's been doing some technical rounds with Leo just to try help him in certain positions where he may have been lacking, and I think it's really completing the game of young Leo Carreri, bro. It's plugging in holes where I might have not been able to, or I might not have been able to kind of get across to him. And I think Koba's a really great addition, and Leo has a lot of respect for him. And I think that's something that's also very important. He respects his pedigree, he respects the nature of boxing that he displays, and Leo's learning, which I think is most important. So it's awesome.
I think the most awesome part about Leo Carreri coming through the ranks is that he's literally a brainchild of yours. I mean, this is your creation. Whereas, Boyd and Luke, they came with their style beforehand.
Sure.
This is literally, we're going to see what Hishaam Mayet is about on Fight Night.
100%. God willing, Booba, you're going to see what Hishaam Mayet and what Leo Carreri is about. But I think most importantly, it's not about me, bro. You know, I think a good coach is only a good coach with a hardworking athlete, and this is an exceptional worker. So I think it's not really about me, it's about him showing off his skills, him expressing himself, him showing and kind of putting a display on for the work he's been doing for the past year, you know? And that's what I'm most excited for.
I just wanted to ask you, does he give you grey hairs or is he keeping you young? Which one is it?
I think a little bit of both. I think inside it's keeping me young, but on the outside when I'm playing dad, it's giving me a little bit of grey hairs. But no, bro, listen, I don't want to talk about this. No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to harp on about it. But this edition of Koba has really just been, it's such a breath of fresh air, bro. You know, it's like it's a third person in what I would have thought could only be a two-person dynamic or fighter-coach dynamic, but he's really come in and the puzzle pieces have really integrated seamlessly, and there's only been good, bro. So, alhamdulillah, grateful to God for blessing us with this. I think it's an awesome addition to the team, and we look forward to displaying what we both can give as coaches and what Leo can give as a fighter on May the 1st.
You mentioned off camera that you're adding more people to the team. I don't know if you want to announce anything now or you want to save it for another date.
I'll talk a little bit about him. Kid's name's Mocha Thrada. He's 19 years old, also very young, very green. He's got about 10 amateur fights, 10 wins, undefeated.
Oh, okay.
He's also got a crazy kickboxing pedigree. He's got 40-50 fights in a K1 kickboxing. He's really small. He's about 57 kgs walking around, so he'll probably fight at a super low weight, but he hits rock hard. He's learning. He's newly integrating into the stable. He's an awesome young talent, and I look forward to seeing what he's got in the future.
I mean, if we're looking at the future of young stars coming through, I think that we have a little bit of a bright future. We saw a little bit of a lull in recent times, but we're seeing exciting names coming up all of a sudden.
Yeah, bro. You know, on my story, I put some questionnaire shit out. I never really do it on Instagram. but someone asked me about the Hassan brothers. They're also, really awesome dynamic between them and Sean Loch Ness. Yeah, bro. Lots of young talent on the up. Got Bongo here, also hopefully going to get in a few fights. It's Josh Feldman, Duran. There's a whole bunch of young guys that are making their way through the ranks. I want to include my guy also, Luke Hendrickz, bro. That's a brainchild of mine because we talk a bit more about him. But bro, I think I've been blessed with a stable of athletes that are hard workers, and I can only be a good coach if my athletes are hardworking, and gratefully my athletes work hard, bro. I'd like to think now that we've been in it, I couldn't say this last year because it hasn't been consistent, but we've been in for a year and a bit now, and all my athletes work hard, bro. And that's all I can ask for.
And of course, Luke Hendrickz, he had stayed away from boxing for a very long time, focused on MMA. Now he's returned, sort of getting back into his groove now. I mean, where do you see him coming along?
Yeah, bro, so we're 2 on the trot in the last 5 months. Hopefully we're getting him out June, July again. So I think, God willing and optimistically, we'll get in 4 fights this year for each of the athletes. Leo, Luke, Boyd, and maybe 1 or 2 for Mo. I just want to, he needs to learn a few things first. But yeah, God willing, we get in 3 to 4 fights for everyone, and it'll be a good year, bro. Looking up. And first focus is now May, getting over this hurdle. I suppose that one would be the most exciting one because a lot of people have asked about Leo, and they want to know, and obviously Leo talks a lot as well, so he's going to have to back up all his words. 100%. Listen, I don't think, I'm not one to talk shit, right? Make it clear. I don't talk shit. I don't like talking shit. I'm not about talking shit. But I'll never tell my athletes how to behave so long as they're working hard. If they're not working hard, I'm going to tell them how to behave, because I think if you're going to talk shit and not work hard, it's going to make you look like an idiot, but it's going to affect me as well. And yeah, listen, he can talk. I love it when people express themselves. I think it's part of the sport. I mean, you look at Eubank and Conor Ben, like this is they've been pretty lippy with it, It's even the promoters. I was watching the press conference last night, and it's a lippy game, You get 1 fight day, but you get 30 media days, not 30, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get 60 days to talk shit. So I think it's important that he learns to express himself. He should obviously avoid being overly disrespectful, but I think he needs to be confident as well. And he wants to be a superstar. He wants to put people's bums in seats. It's one way to start. I think he does need to deliver, but he works hard, so I've got no doubt that he will.
Quick one. He's fighting a guy that's 2 wins, 1 loss. Nicholas Kasunga, who's fought Jason Mehdi, who's previously obviously done some workouts in the gym before. What do you think of him?
His opponent. Listen, bro, we got given 2 choices. We got given a choice of some guy that's 0-3, that's been knocked out 3 times, or we got this Nicholas, 2-1. Fair record. I opted for 2-1. I don't really want to be fighting an oak who's going to be the 4th oak, or who Leo's going to be the 4th oak to knock him out. I think it's a shit way to start your pro career, because then everyone's going to, everyone already telling me now, when's Leo going to fight a proper opponent,
Right.
Prior to this, we haven't really gotten to choose Leo's opponents, but now I do have a say. And in having a say, I'd like to find the most respectable opponents to, 1, hold him accountable to the level that we think he's at, but also to put on fights that are exciting, entertaining, and to not have guarantee win fights. Although I back my athletes, and I'm sure he's going to win based on ability, hard work, belief, character, but I want him to be challenged.
Yeah.
He's someone who thrives when he's challenged. He doesn't thrive when he's given someone he's supposed to be. Kind of plays on his mind a little bit. So I'd like him to be challenged, and I think that's a good start for him, bro. Hopefully going into the future, he will only be challenged and he'll come out on the top.
Well, we'll see. Now on fight nights, a lot of people are going to want to see how he goes and his performances. Hish, lastly from your side, do you want to send any thank yous, any shout outs?
Yeah, bro, I didn't want to talk too much on this interview. I'm done talking. I think talk's done. Leo's Leo's ready. Hopefully we got something for Luke and Boydie coming up. I think Boydie's is almost confirmed. We'll obviously wait to hear. But Luke soon, Boydie soon, Leo soon, Mpho Hloka also soon, fighting in the EFC. He's making a return after a little bit of a layoff. So hopefully, I'm not going to say back to winning ways because he hasn't left winning ways, but back to activity, back to fighting. He'll make it 3-0. Hopefully challenge for a EFC title soon. I'm grateful for the position we're at as a gym. We're really riding some upward momentum. Hopefully we keep it going. Hopefully our guys can stay active. And I just want to shout out all the promoters. There's quite a few, so I don't want to list all of them, but I want to shout everyone out. Thank you for giving the boxers opportunity. This is a year of growth for the sport, for our athletes, for promotions as a whole in South Africa. I do just want to say though, BSA, get a bit more fucking organized, man. They're telling us that licensing was closed, but Boyd and Luke were both licensed from September last year, and then they were told that they have to renew now again. So I think that's a little bit of bullshit. So get organized, BSA. I think it's important that they consider these things. I understand it's a new board and a new group of people, but I think start it right off the get-go, and hopefully you'll be able to keep your position as in your respective places of power.
The custodians of power.
Yeah, but don't come with bullshit. Don't come with the same shit that's been. Otherwise, it's going to be a cycle and a cycle and a cycle. I want to shout out everyone here, my whole team. Shout out Koba, shout out Boyd, shout out Shannon Stradom, all the trainers here. I really think it's going to be a good year for us as Apex, and God willing, all wins. And so, one thing, I just want to address something. People talking about me a lot, from what I understand. You've got my name in their mouth. I want to say, keep talking. That's the only time I'm going to talk shit. But keep talking, bro. If my name's in your mouth, I must be doing something right. So keep talking. I want to hear more.